All right, welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to Green Light and Banter, episode 16. Yes. Today is the last day of November.
Hard to believe.
30 days long.
Yeah.
30 days gone.
30 days had September.
The time is 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 2023.
The year of our Lord. AD.
So we are, as everyone knows, we're in the holiday season.
Officially.
Yep. So I hope everyone had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday.
As do I.
Hopefully everybody found some time to reflect about the year that's coming to a close and, thought about things they're thankful for, maybe shared with your family.
Did you do the what are we thankful for?
No.
Really?
No, we didn't do it.
We never did it.
I said we were going to do it, but the dining format was not.
Conducive?
No, because, typically what everybody does is just eat.
Yeah.
And then just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
I think it's cool just to hang out and be.
What was the highlight of your dinner? Like as far as what normally a certain dish stands out is what I'm. Oh, so-and-so's.
The mom's mashed potatoes.
Mom's mashed potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a staple at the gathering?
She made a lot, too. She was afraid she wouldn't have enough, so she made
really
a lot. They were good. The dressing was good.
Okay.
So Mom made dressing.
Yeah.
Tammy made dressing. Cornbread dressing.
Cornbread dressing, man. Cornbread dressing.
Not stuffing, dressing.
No.
Oh, it was good. How about you?
Yeah, no, had a good one. Cornbread dressing's always the hit. It's my dad found my grandmother's recipe, so it's a solid contribution. And then my sister makes dynamite chicken and dumplings.
Oh yeah, I heard about those.
Yeah, man, chicken and dumplings. It's about the best thing in America. It's almost better than democracy.
Yeah, Tammy has a couple of good recipes, and they're just, it's just savory.
No, savory's a good word.
Savory.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else.
I can't wait.
I don't know.
All right,
Oh, Mom used to make oyster dressing.
Really?
Yeah, so it was cornbread dressing, but it had oysters in it.
Well, I'll be.
And I think my dad really liked it. I'm not sure. It wasn't much different, but
Yeah, I bet that was pretty tasty. I like oyster.
yeah, you can get full on that dressing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's the thing about the Pop's cornbread dressing is you can make a meal just out of, and we have made meals. He makes extra pans just to have more leftovers.
Yeah, I took some of the leftovers and put some of that Mexican melting cheese on it, and put it in the microwave, and the cheese was all sizzly, bubbly.
Mexican melting cheese.
I forget what it's called specifically.
Is it next to the jumping beans?
Cojita or Cochita. It's good.
Okay.
It's got a little bitterness to it.
A little zest, even.
I don't know. It's not zest, but it's definitely good.
Okay, all right.
And it melts.
Land sakes.
Some cheese doesn't melt properly.
I agree with you.
All right, so
We really didn't have a topic going into this, did we?
but do we really ever?
I think we go into it with the thought that we have a solid topic, but for whatever reason we steer off.
I think if we really want to gain popularity, we should do like crime and punishment.
Well, you see, that's the thing I've heard that themed.
People like that.
Yeah, people like themed stuff because I guess they know what they're getting into.
Well, our podcast genre is society and culture.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, gosh.
Because where else would it go?
What's that mean?
It's certainly not comedy.
I think we've said some funny stuff.
I know, but it's not like
we set out to.
Yeah.
No, you can't force it.
And I've tried to study some of the other podcasters, although I don't have time to just simply sit and listen to podcasts.
No.
But I think a lot of people do. Especially if you're driving, you can do it. So if you're traveling a bit, probably.
But aren't they listening to Christmas music right now?
Well, I think you do that for a while until your Pandora station repeats itself, and then you switch over, do a little podcast, and then go back.
No, you're in for the long haul. When they start over, you start over.
Well, I would say I've done that.
Yeah.
But I think, in general, our topic is to discuss the Christmas holidays.
Yeah, I think, just a vague overview of Christmas is warranted.
Well, Christmas is a holiday that even non-Christians celebrate.
Yeah, and they'll, that's a whole other topic, but they'll degrade the Christian faith 364 days a year. But they're taking off on Christmas time. They're accepting the presents from their family.
Yeah, but I guess if you're not reflecting upon the religious aspects of it, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well,
you're not really celebrating Christmas.
I guess technically the genesis of, if you will, of Christmas, the actual holiday was put at the winter solstice to ease the pagans when Christianity was really starting to get a hold of the world. It was to ease the pagans into when they were converting to Christianity into the faith by ingratiating it into the winter solstice and
blending of the traditions.
Yeah, I mean, whereas Jesus's birthday is technically, was it June or July? I mean, that's when he was born.
I don't know that.
I think it was. A study showed it was in the summertime.
Is that when the star appears?
I think that's when it's most prevalent, the North Star.
But I mean, the North Star probably appears differently or at different times in the Middle East.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
But I think I don't know.
Is it the North Star?
I think that's what it is.
I just thought it was the star
of Bethlehem.
Yeah, but it was the star. So I have heard that it was like a comet. It was actually a comet. So it appeared and directed the wise men toward Bethlehem. And so it only made that appearance. I've heard different things.
Okay.
I don't think that's really important.
Well, I don't know.
What do they call that? Semantics?
Well, it could be, but but the whole point was that I guess we'll allow these heathens to celebrate Christmas with us.
Yeah, and blend the traditions. There's so many symbols.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But a lot of people complain about the winter.
Just the cold?
Winter time, darkness, this, that, or the other. But I think we've talked about this, whereas I feel like winter is a time to rest.
Yeah.
And to reflect upon the things. It gives you time to reflect.
Well, villages, that's why they would have Christmas celebrations. It was literally the halfway point through winter. And a lot of people, there's their first chance getting together in those cold months and kind of patting each other on the back. Congratulations, you're halfway through.
What part of the world was that?
The cold part.
So they're obviously not from East Tennessee, because after Christmas we still have about 4 months of miserable, gray, dark, rainy, wet weather.
Yeah, but these were villages that had no heating, no air. They were struggling for survival, so or halfway through the winter is really like, congratulations, get inside and turn up your central heat and air to get comfortable.
Yeah, because you may need your air. in the winter because it could be in the 70s.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But,
So, yeah,
I mean, have we even started the clock?
yeah, we
Okay.
did.
Okay, good, good.
I didn't announce it. I'm supposed to give the green light.
Well, so
So we're 3.5 minutes in.
okay, that's fine with me. I mean, I really don't go on any clock.
I've noticed.
I'm on my own time. But so yeah, what where do you want to begin? Like,
Well, we already did.
did we?
Yeah, we started.
Okay, well,
We did have a pretty good discussion going.
until I interrupted the flow.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yep. So, what are some of your favorite traditions?
Just having family that's so spread out, just getting together. Like, I remember a few years back, or not a few years, a couple years back after COVID, it was a pretty emotional Christmas. Just it was the first time my family got together over a year, and normally we see each other a couple times a year. The family that's not in, like my sister and brother-in-law and niece and nephew, there.
Your immediate family?
Yeah, the immediate family. Like I have parents and a sister and brother-in-law that live here in Knoxville, but I have some that's over in Raleigh, Durham area, and we just never didn't see each other for a while. And just getting together like that is a great tradition. But to me, it's Christmas movie season is what gets me.
Oh, yeah. You've already started upon this.
Yeah, and in November I got my inappropriate Christmas movies out of the way.
So you're done today.
Yeah. Now I'm on to tonight. I'm going to start my favorite
The
Christmas
Dickens
Carol.
series?
Yeah, my favorite Christmas Carol is the 1938 one. That even though that is it's one where it's not the really old one like the one you were showing me the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the one right after that.
Yeah, I like that one too.
The only thing is the story doesn't stick to Dickens at all. Really, they really break away from. I mean, the crux of it is in place.
How does it break away? Remind me.
The Bob Cratchit at the end when Scrooge has a change, has the big change, and decides to buy. You send the boy down to buy the biggest goose in the window. Was it a turkey or a goose? Because I think
it was a goose.
Well, I thought the whole thing about
You mean the one as big as me?
the very same. But I always thought the thing about the goose was it was more affordable. That's why Bob Cratchit was able to afford the little goose earlier. I'll have to go back. That's a point. But anyways, when he sent them, he in this story
He went with him.
Yeah, he actually goes to the Cratchits and celebrates with them. Whereas in the normal Dickens and every telling I've seen, he doesn't tell Cratchit at all. He shows us up at work the next day to act like it's business as usual.
And he's all giggly. And
yeah, that's when he tells Bob, "I'm going to raise your salary." And he's like a schoolgirl dancing.
Bob, I will have no more of this.
Now, that's a great version because the actors in it are fantastic. But let me tell you something. That Tiny Tim, he was like 40. He was talking like this. God blesses everyone. He like had tattoos. I may be exaggerating about the whole age.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
No, he just was not a Tiny Tim. He looked like he may have gotten back from shore leave.
He was more like a small Steve.
Yeah. Well, he's a medium-sized Timothy.
Would that be a medium Michael?
It could be. Is Timothy a derivation of Michael?
Well, Tiny Tim,
Medium Michael.
small Steve, medium Michael.
Large Leon.
You're catching on.
I think I'm getting there.
I think it's called alliteration.
It is called alliteration. But so I'll start with that, and I'll move on to some more Christmas carols. I got the FX Christmas Carol out of the way.
You've already watched it?
Yeah, I had it on it's on Hulu.
So you don't like that one specifically. I like it. It's dark.
Oh, no, I want to say I like it. I like the movie.
It just doesn't follow.
It's not Dickens.
Yeah.
It does something that I've always, because I've read Dickens, I've watched all of them. I like to consider myself a student of the Christmas Carol.
Have you read any other Dickens?
Nicholas Nickleby, things like that.
Oliver Twist?
I've seen Oliver Twist both on stage and, but no, I haven't read it. But anyways, the FX version, what I really liked about it, and something I always had thought was at the back of my mind, watching it, reading it, was what was in it for Jacob Marley. Because Jacob Marley...
Right, we've talked about that.
Yeah, Jacob Marley, he always showed up, told Scrooge he needed to turn things around, but then, as far as we always saw, as far as I read, Jacob just went on. Whereas in the FX version, like the first half hour is solely about Jacob Marley. It starts with somebody desecrating his grave in a way, and it drips down on him while he's in the casket.
Yeah.
So that's when he wants absolution. So that's when he gets his chains. And
so it woke him up.
Yeah. So his being able to rest in peace was tied solely to Ebenezer Scrooge turning around. Which to me that's a fantastic twist of the story.
I mean, he couldn't just do a good deed and not self-aggrandize.
Not at that point. Listen, you're facing eternity, and if I'm facing eternity and they put these chains on my back and say, okay, let's go help that miser that really didn't care about
There's
you.
nothing in it for you.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm fine right here. I'm not going to haul these chains down there. But
I mean, that's almost like I don't even want to go down that road.
Like what?
Purgatory.
Well, that's what he was in the FX version.
Yeah, but that doesn't exist. It's not real.
Do we know that? let's listen.
Hey, it's not in the Bible.
Let's tread carefully whenever we're. But no, I do like the FX version. I do. Now I don't like the hinted at improprieties that went on at the school when he was.
What about the evil he bestowed upon Cratchit's wife?
Yeah, that's nowhere in the book. That's just a twist. So that's why I don't count that as Dickens. I just counted. It's very much like Scrooged, the Bill Murray movie. It's not Dickens, but it has a.
Do you watch Scrooged?
I've already watched Scrooge.
No, because it's not
traditional. It's not. But I love Scrooged. It's a fantastic movie. Bill
I've
Murray.
I've not watched that one in years.
You oughta. You really oughta. It's fantastic. What about you? What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy particular Christmas movies, or you just enjoy putting them on and having them on while you spend time with the family or something?
Well, I like A Christmas Carol. Yeah. I like to watch those. No one else likes to watch them.
No one else likes to watch them?
I mean, nobody... If I'm watching it, I get to watch alone, typically. I like It's a Wonderful Life.
Fantastic. That's what I end the Christmas season on every year. Yeah,
it's so cool.
Mary.
It's me, George.
You want the moon?
There is another movie I watched at some point in time, and I can never remember what it is. Now, it's a foreign film. And the actor in it had a daughter who became an American actress. And it's a film from, I'm going to say like Sweden or Denmark. It's a pretty cool movie. It's a little dark.
And it's a Christmas movie? Well,
yeah, I watched it during Christmas time.
Oh, it's like people tell.
I wish I could remember.
I'm sorry if you feel this. I don't think you probably have a strong opinion about this one at all, but there's people I know that do. Let me tell everybody out there that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's an action movie that takes place when there's a Christmas party going on. That's as close to Christmas as it gets.
Yeah, I don't think that makes it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I talk to people, no, Die Hard is a Christmas movie. No, it's not a Christmas movie.
It's a movie that happened during Christmas time.
Absolutely. That's the extent of it.
Yeah, what about Jingle All the Way?
With Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the I gotta be careful how I phrase this. The little person Santa fight was about the hardest I'd laughed in about 2 years at that point. I watched that and I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. There's some great. I know Arnold is an A level, but I consider those type of movies B level Christmas movies. So there's several that are outstanding. Four Christmases.
Mm-mm.
You don't like that one?
Mm-mm.
You don't like when they go to Robert Duvall's house, which Robert Duvall is the greatest actor in my lifetime. I will be sad when that man leaves this earth. But when they go to Robert Duvall's house and talking about he can't distinguish the difference between putting a satellite TV and just a satellite. It's so funny to me. What do you think I need a satellite for? You're not getting a satellite, Dad.
I guess I haven't seen that one.
Oh, and they go to it's what happens is what are those two? Vince Vaughn and
Vince Vaughn's in it. That's why I haven't seen it.
Let me tell you, Vince Vaughn, you give him too hard of a time. You give him too hard of a time.
Yeah,
he's good at what he does.
He's the same character in every movie.
Yeah, and so you go into those movies knowing what you're going to get. That's why it's a B level movie.
Fred Claus.
Fred, let me tell you, do not say anything bad about Fred Claus.
I kind of like Fred Claus.
Fred Claus is a fantastic movie. I'm surprised it didn't win awards, and I know tongue in cheek, they're right there. So, but in Four Christmases, Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn play this couple who's both come from divorced homes. So they got four Christmases. Well, the whole thing was they never, for years since they've been dating, they never spent Christmas with their families. They always told their families, "We're going to Haiti to help children." And
wait, were they together?
Yeah, they were dating in this movie.
So they'd already been married.
No, they're not married. They're just.
They had been married to other people.
No, their parents are divorced. Both Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn's parents were married, but they're divorced.
So what's it got to do with Four Christmases?
So they've been telling their family for years, we're going to like Haiti. We're going to some other third world country to help these villagers. What they're really doing is going to these exotic places and having great vacations. Well, they're out of San Francisco. There's a big delay, like all flights are canceled. So the news comes up to them and goes, we're here at the airport where all these flights are canceled, and they interview them so all their families see that, well, they're not going anywhere. So now they can come to these.
Oh, so they have to have four Christmases.
Yeah, so they go to Reese Witherspoon's mom's house where she's dating this like mega church preacher who's Dwight Yoakam.
Oh. And
so they go to his service, and there's some people who dropped out of the play for the birth of Jesus, so they have to fill in as Joseph and Mary. It's a fantastic scene. It is.
Well, I don't even have to watch the movie now.
You still have to watch the movie.
I mean, I know what happens now.
No, you do not know what happens. You just know what leads up to. You don't know the execution of it. I was about to tell you until you...
Tell me about the other three.
The other three houses?
Christmases.
The Four Christmas. Well, the one was Robert Duvall and his
Whose dad is that?
Vince Vaughn.
Of course.
Yeah. And his brothers are, what's that fellow that's always in the Vince Vaughn movies? It's the director, Favreau. He's one brother.
He's the Avengers guy, too.
He's multitasking. Then the other one is Tim McGraw. But they're like...
Is Tug in it?
Tug's not in it. But they're amateur MMA fighters.
So that's Vince Vaughn's brothers?
Yeah. Listen, you see the movie?
It's unbelievable.
Because the more I say, the more I feel like you've got an insult locked and loaded at me. So...
I mean, how could Tim McGraw, Vince Vaughn, and...
Jon
Favreau be brothers?
Well, Greg, when a mommy loves a daddy very much...
They're nothing alike.
You know what? That's where you should spend a little bit of reality and then just enjoy the movie.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on. What other movie? Christmas Story. What's your opinion on it?
I like the Christmas Story.
When's the last time though you sat down and watched it from beginning to end? I haven't.
Well, it's
on constantly in the background.
it's hard to do because
yeah.
I mean that's the way it is with most movies I watch anymore because it's like, oh, this is on. It's been on for an hour. Well, I'll just watch it.
Like I'll see polls on Twitter and other social medias with what's some movie you've seen more than 4 times, and it's always Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
I see it every year, but I've never. I don't think since I was a kid have I sat down and watched it from beginning to end. It's on in the background when we're sitting around drinking mimosas.
Well, doesn't it come on Christmas for 24 hours?
24 hours on a channel, TBS,
TNT,
TBS, and so we have it on. You know, we're having mimosas, sausage balls, being merry. So by the end of the day, I've seen it completely, but it's like
but not start to end.
Not start to end.
Maybe you should do that tonight.
No, that's my tradition. Let's not harp on my tradition. Don't try to interrupt my traditions.
I mean, I think a tradition is something you do intentionally.
I intentionally watch it on Christmas Day, and
you don't ever watch it.
I do watch it. I could sit down tonight and write out from scene 1 to the final scene of that movie and probably get 80% of the lines.
How does the movie open?
With all the town folk in this Cleveland. It's a Cleveland suburb. It's not Cleveland. Oh, no, it's not even Cleveland. It's up towards Illinois in this story, but the actual house is in Cleveland. So they're all running around town. The bands are playing. Jazz bands are playing. The kids are lining up at the...
I think it's called a Christmas parade.
No, the parade's at the end. The parade's right before they go see Santa. This is at the town, like there's people playing around one of the burning trash cans. The kids are at the windows looking at all the toys.
Oh, in the display.
Yeah, and that's when he sees the Red Ryder BB gun.
Are they at Gimbals?
I don't know if it's Gimbals. I don't think it's Gimbals.
That's Elf.
That is Elf, which is a very entertaining.
Hey, you know, Elf is this is the 20th anniversary.
Shut up.
It is. 2003.
Boy, that's a...
So I didn't like Elf for like the first 5 years.
Were you just because I ran into a lot of people that for some reason are poo-pooing on Will Ferrell. Were you a Will Ferrell poo-pooer?
No, I just didn't. I was more of a traditional Christmas movie, you know, like the Rudolph and the Santa's Coming to Town, the claymation, stop action cartoons. I love those. I still watch those.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
And it bothers me that their hands are dirty. The little white hands of the characters are dirty where they've moved their fingers.
I cannot believe you told me about that. Listen, I'm now... You've changed everything. I'm going to see that now forever.
I can't believe you didn't notice.
No, you see, I sit down and enjoy the ride. I don't nitpick.
It's not nitpicking.
Nitpicking.
It's just an observation. It's clearly
which is what nitpicking is. It's over observing. I don't know the true definition.
Over observing.
Over observation is essentially nitpicking.
I mean, I get paid for that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. But no, I mean, you know, there's a lot of good Christmas movies out there. But Wonderful Life is the tops. I do like a lot of the cartoons. I tell you, have you seen the Disney Christmas Carol?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It sticks very much to the book.
What about the animated Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, that's the Disney one.
Yeah, okay. That's Disney.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that's very good. Of course, we discussed the Muppet Christmas Carol last time.
Yep.
Fantastic. But no, I just have always enjoyed it gets me in the Christmas spirit. Of course, I go see the live Christmas Carol every year. Of course, I was disappointed last year. Sent them a stern email about my disappointment.
Do you have tickets already?
Yeah, we get tickets every year.
Okay. We went one year. I think you were there and I didn't speak to you.
Probably not. People don't
you
like me.
ignored me. You wouldn't even look our way.
Really? So it's that strange. You went right from I didn't speak to you to
Well, I mean, I couldn't speak to you because you
didn't have a chance.
You
to?
didn't acknowledge I was there.
Really?
I mean, do you like speak to people if they don't you want them to?
No, if I don't know you're there, how am I gonna know? I don't like where this conversation.
You know,
went.
I don't. I think I've created that whole story, and I simply believe it now.
I bet you weren't even at that Christmas Carol, were you?
I did. I went. We went. We all went. The whole family went.
I know one year I texted you all saying, "Don't text me. I'm at the Christmas Carol." Then I got like 40 text messages from all of you.
Not from me.
The first text message somebody texted was, "Who's in it?" I was like, "Who's in it? What type of follow up question is that?"
That sounds like Rob Cameron.
It was either Rob or Dusty.
Who's in it?
Who's in it? Oh, Jim, Joe, Jeremy, any name with J's. Jesse.
I think I want to go this year.
It's excellent, man. Now they're going back to the classic version because last year they tried to do
Thank goodness.
a woke version with and I think they even enlisted a couple of the things that I didn't like about the FX movie into it. And I'm like, really, your source is FX for this Christmas Carol?
I think I would like to see another, like a new version again. Like
What?
someone redo it again.
Yeah, the FX version, new version.
No, I mean another new version.
Scrooged.
Because that one's a few years old now.
What about Scrooged? That's a new version.
What movie was I watching? It was a little bit of a series. Oh
I have no
my gosh.
idea.
Why I can never remember things.
I don't know how to respond to that sentence.
It was good.
Was it Christmas related? Because this is a Christmas related.
Oh, I know what it was.
Oh my gosh.
It was Dickens. It was Great Expectations.
Yeah, I mean Dickens is involved.
I think Christmas was in that.
Very-
It was actually winter for sure.
It was like how Die Hard referenced Christmas. I mean, it wasn't. It was like when people say, "Well, Harry Potter's Christmas." No, they have Christmas for like 5 minutes.
In one episode, one movie.
Happy Christmas, Harry.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Jog on with that, red coat.
Get out.
Get out, you dang red coat.
Just go.
Bugger off.
That
Governor.
reminds me. Jeff and I were at Universal Studios.
What?
Jeff and I were at Universal Studios one time, and we're like walking around. Of course, there's rides, and this was like in the early spring, so there's a lot of folks there from other countries. And I'll never forget this English family. British? English?
Yes.
I don't know what they prefer. Anyway, the kids were arguing with the dad, and finally the dad goes, "Just go!"
Let's go already, you bloody.
And then he nearly ran into the dad, one of the kids, and he goes, "Watch!"
Then they went and ate bangers of mash.
Just go.
Just go already. Crikey.
It was
Anyway, the
fantastic.
crikey's Australian.
Wow.
I know.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Well, Jamie, I hate to tell you that we surpassed our time.
I don't think we covered any. Did we cover anything?
Yeah, we did. So far you've covered 34 minutes of stuff.
I don't remember any of it.
We talked a little bit about traditions, a little bit about movies.
What about when you were a kid? Do you remember a certain gift you got? That
Yeah.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah, a couple. One specifically was a watch that my dad got for me, and it was a diver's watch. And it came in this package, in this cylinder, and the watch was actually in water.
Yeah.
I don't know what ever happened.
So
to
in
it.
the package, it was in water?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I was like, that's brilliant.
What happened to the water? Did you drink it? I'd have been tempted
no,
to taste it.
no, I probably wanted to, but they're like, don't drink that.
Yeah, I'd take it in my room and take a sip.
So I remember that one. That was cool. And then another was The quick change machine.
I loved my quick change machine.
Yeah.
To me, that's black magic. I don't know how it works. It's voodoo. Something's going on.
So it was
there.
a dragster and an off-road vehicle, right? Is that what you had?
What are you talking about?
The quick change machine.
Quick change machine.
Mm-hmm.
That you put money in.
Oh, it was a car.
Yeah, okay, we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about that thing you can put money in. It would sort out your quarters, dimes, and nickels.
Well, what was it actually called? The quick change machine?
I don't know, but that's clearly
this was actually called that.
It was clearly what I thought of. That's black magic.
Well, I'm glad you loved that.
Loved it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it was like a car, and you could pull the ripcord on it, and it would, fling the gyroscopic wheels inside, and
Like
it would
the
go.
old, like the old Evel Knievel toy.
Yeah, I had that one too.
Yeah.
But this was so you could take it apart. It looked like a Chevy Blazer, and then you could pull that off, and underneath was a dragster, and you could extend it out long.
Oh.
And it would jump things. It would just keep going until the.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's neat.
So I think it was second grade, and Miss Knight's class, and I remember I forgot it and left it at school,
Did you ever see it again?
never to be seen again.
Okay, that's a mystery we have to solve.
That, quite honestly, is the thing of nightmares.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere.
And I had one other thing that happened to me at school that was a nightmare. I was sitting outside the school waiting to be picked up, and I had my Atlanta Falcons 3-ring binder with my schoolwork in it, and someone else knocked it. We were sitting on this coal chute, and they knocked it, and it went into the basement of the school.
Never to be seen again?
Never. No one could ever find it.
Something fishy going on at that school of yours.
Well, the school's gone now. It's completely demolished, so
Deserves it.
we'll never find any of it.
I guess a nostalgic gift. My parents bought me it was a Sugar Ray Leonard boxing bag. And it was a type of, it's got the floor that you stand on and the spring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, there's unfortunate video out there on VHS that's of a young elementary school Jamie in whitey tighties and boxing gloves just going to town on that thing. And I to this day, this is back when video cameras, like my dad's he had to carry the VCR on his hip and have the camera. It's ridiculous. It was a stupid, but I would love to have that thing today. I bet it's worth cash. But, yeah, you carried the whole VCR.
Where is it?
Knowing my parents,
They still have
my
it?
dad has it somewhere in that house.
I bet he does.
I could guarantee it. He's still got stuff from it seems like from the 30s engineering wise, just dials and analog, his whole world.
Does he have a Geiger counter?
I wouldn't doubt it. The man has all kinds of stuff in there. He loves his old technology like that. Analog's
Does
big.
he need? Does he like cathode ray tubes?
I don't know, but I'm not hauling those away for
I
you.
have 3.
You're not pawning off your daggum tubes on me.
They're not for you. They're for your dad.
Oh, no, listen, I'm answering for him. No.
Okay.
But,
I want somebody to use them.
I guess my other nostalgic gift, you remember Omnibots? The little white robot with it was about yay big. Had the black pinchers for hands. Omnibot.
How old are you?
What type of question is that?
I mean, I feel like my oldest son had that.
No, there's no way your oldest son had an Omnibot.
Did it dance?
No.
Okay.
No, it basically, it would have a recorder. It would record your voice. You would say something. Like I would say, "Hello, Mother. Happy Mother's Day. You're the greatest mother." And so I'd send it on the remote, and it'd go into the den or living room, and it would turn to my mom, and little lights would light up and it would say my recording in a robotic voice.
Did you have to speak in a robotic voice?
No, it's for effect. See, this is
Wait,
what,
I have a question.
Mhm.
If you speak in a robotic voice, does it then deliver the speak in a regular voice?
Well, I will tell you this: never before in my life have I wanted my Omnibot back more than right now to try that.
Did you ever even think of that?
No, why would I have thought of that?
I bet it works.
I bet it doesn't, but I bet it just makes you sound ridiculous. I don't know. Love my Omnibot.
I don't think you need the Omnibot to make you sound ridiculous.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for us. As we bid you all a fond adieu as we resolve this evening for its best tidings.
That's great. It's a good ending, except you don't have control, so.
Oh, really? We got ourselves an old-fashioned standoff right now, do we? Well.
Well, that's all for now.
Oh, crime and Nelly. Later.
Thanks for listening.